I would like to, for one, apologize for my last video involving this subject matter. For a couple of reasons, actually. One of them was simply because the fact that I had said that Sony may be listening in on us, and that may have induced a panic or fear in the people, and that's understandable. Upon further review and inspection on the matter, I went ahead and ate lunch, and while eating lunch I was watching a video, a few videos actually, about the matter, and it turns out that as of the PS5, they have a special feature that PS4 does not have, and that is to send and clip images, or not images, videos actually, what am I talking about? They clip videos of your chats. Okay, so when they say that, you know, you have to be kind of careful around the PlayStation parties, yes, Sony can watch the videos or the recordings that other players send them to report you. So that's kind of the situation. A couple other disturbing facts I have found about this is about the upon giving it more thought, because I know that in the past I had to block a couple of booters, okay, and so you know, I was watching a video and it came to my mind actually when I given it more thought about the whole, you know, you have people blocked. If you have someone blocked that can DDoS you or boot you, that person can still do that because they can now get into your parties. So I don't know the safety parameters it will have to take for you to avoid these people. Quite frankly, I'm not sure the proper action for that, or the incentive. But you know, I think it's quite disturbing that you know, I hate booters. They're the most toxic people you'll ever meet on the PlayStation. It's unfortunate that they exist, but they're nerds on computers. I'm not sure, Zamari, but you know, yeah, I know people like this kid Matrix, who I had to block a while back. He knows a lot of booters, and I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with this update, because now people that you have blocked can now join your parties. So I'm not sure. And Zamari, I'm not sure who had the brilliant idea of making this cancer update added to the PlayStation. It's beyond me, because you know, it's so retarded, you know. And now, you know, obviously Sony isn't listening in on us, you know. It's just, that's been debunked. So I'm praised to hear that. But my privacy at the end of the day is still being violated, because the people on the PlayStation 5 can clip and can, you know, capture my voice and share that to PlayStation, and I can get in trouble for it. I'm still, I am not okay with that. You know, that's against my privacy and without my consent. So, you know, that still needs to be resolved. Secondly, I really hope that this feature, most of the stuff gets deleted and they bring back the old system. Now, I don't think that's going to be highly likely that they do that, but I hope that they could just take it back, make it the way it used to be, because it used to just be fine. We used to just get into parties without all this hassle, and now we have to go through this hustle and bustle just to talk to our friends, and it's beyond me, man. It's just beyond me why Sony ever thought to put this in the future. I don't know who was the complete idiot moron that put this in the game. It's beyond me who put this in their consoles. Also, you know, you can just make your voice not allowed to be shared, but even that doesn't work, because people can still have capture cards and can still get your voice. So I just advise that we just be careful with the terminology that we use in chats. And so, you know, like I said, I know people, you know, that boot people, and one of those assholes is this idiot named Matrix, and I've had problems with them. Zamari, I know that you are aware of who this is, and I know a lot of my peers in my friend group will know who this is. He knows booters, and so I'm not quite sure I'm comfortable with that because I have them blocked. And you know, people like Carr, who me and PB have blocked, people like that can now join the party, and the whole point of blocking them is now kind of irrelevant now because they can just join whenever they please. If that's the case, I'm not sure if they have to be in like a, you know, a group chat to join the party, because this whole new group chat you need to have to make a party. I'm not sure how that works. The clarity is, they need to, for one, you know, when I looked at their public statement, they've made it pretty clear that Sony's not listening in, which that gives me some relief, but it still doesn't excuse the fact that people can, like I said, they can clip your chats, and they can kind of do that, and plus booters can now DDoS you even if you have them blocked. This enables idiots like somebody like Matrix or somebody like Panda to, a lot of people do not know who that is, but those are people that are booters and stuff. You can't really have any evidence to basically, you know, you can't say to Sony, hey, these people booted me offline. They have to say that they were going to boot you in a message. Let me read this comment real fast. Broadcast settings, comments. Yeah. Actually, you know what, Zamar, you'd be surprised, because in my earlier videos on It's Time to Expose This, or to address this or whatever, he actually responded in the stream. He was actually watching the video. So I think that's pretty hilarious, actually, that I bring that up. But yeah, idiots like that can now join the party, man, and I'm against that 100%. This new retarded update. You know, because personally, and here's another thing, right? Whenever we're roasting, somebody can clip that and we can get in trouble for it. I'm like, what? That's so stupid. Apparently, it's only going to be for the PS5 that they can do that to PS4 people. I'm not sure. You know, the PS5 isn't out yet, so you know, I don't think we have to worry about that just yet. But people like Carr, people like Matrix, people like Panda, people like, I guess Amari for you would be Hitman or something. They can now join the party, and so because of that, I'm not sure. Yeah, so like I said, booters can now, if you have them blocked, blocking doesn't do anything to you anymore. Basically, they can now join the party. So I don't know, man. It's pretty, it's beyond me right now. It's pretty autistic. So yeah, now Matrix Packers and their Gaylord friend Diego can now totally join our parties if they absolutely wanted to. They'd be muted and stuff like that, but here's the thing, I haven't experienced that yet, so I don't know if you're able to unmute them if you have that option that they join. You know, I don't even think that, I don't know, I haven't checked it out for myself if you can even kick people out of the party anymore, so we'd have to like kick those people out of the party any time that they join. I think that would be the solution, but you know, and they changed the whole muting system too, so even if you have them muted and if they have you unmuted, they can still hear what you're saying, you just can't hear what they're saying. So that's gonna be really weird. So I'm not sure what was wrong with the old system, but whatever it is, it's just not, this new thing is just not working, and it just doesn't do You know, I don't know what they're hoping to accomplish, but, you know, it's pretty beyond me. Yeah, the important part of this is Sony's no longer listening. The unfortunate part of this is now the whole blocking and booters and stuff like that. That's a big problem. The only other thing I have a problem with is the whole parties and stuff like that. And I've heard that a few people have had their friends lists. You know, it took a long time to load. I haven't personally had that issue yet. But you know, they removed the play together feature to invite through party. Basically, that's pretty stupid. Yeah, that was a tool for in case the game itself doesn't work, because oftentimes games like GTA or, you know, what was another good one? Call of Duty, Rainbow Six Siege. That's another relevant topic. Games like that, you know, sometimes inviting people through the game they don't get the notification, or it's just not working. That could be a logical explanation, Zamari, because if, you know, the PS5, if it's going to be all about this, then I don't want any part of it. But personally speaking, I find that the issue actually is the fact that, you know, the way they executed this update. For one, they were very unclear as to what they meant by our voices may be recorded. I did not like the sound of that at all, but, you know, upon further inspection and review, watching videos and stuff, I got a better explanation for what they meant. So, you know, kind of relieved, but to be honest with you, I don't really know, man, because Sony, they're a company. They may not tell us everything, so at the same time, I'm still quite skeptical. If they're just, because that is their public statement, I've checked it out, it is their public statement that only players will be able to record your voice, but you know, even if your voice is disabled, right, your voice is not able to be shared, they could still clip it via capture card and stuff. So I'm not sure how I feel about that all the way, you know, especially if they can use that to report you. So that's the big thing. I'm not sure about that and how they're going to handle it now. You know, the old way of reporting somebody, now Sony's usually pretty fast and swift about handling, you know, report, you know, when somebody gets reported, they're pretty quick onto it, man. They don't take their time. You know, within 24 hours, maybe a little less, maybe a little bit more, they're already on the situation. So if somebody's really harassing you, bullying you or whatever, they're on it, man. But now, I'm not sure. Now here's the best solution, just unfriend them, block them. If that's the case, I don't think that reporting is a good solution. Unless they're trying to, like, you know, steal your information, you know, unless they're doing something like beyond bullying, like if they're threatening to DDoS you and stuff like that, report them, because that's a federal crime. And so, you know, I don't know if Sony's going to end up coming into lawsuits because people are going to end up getting DDoSed because now booters can get in your party, you know, because if you have it blocked, it doesn't matter, they can still join. So I don't know, I kind of wish that they end up releasing more public statements clarifying the details of this update more vividly and more clearly with better explanations. Because to be honest, I'm not quite sure I truly trust Sony, you know. My solution is if we just go back to the old way of doing things, and that's the better way. And so hopefully maybe they can reverse this. Hopefully this isn't permanent. Or hopefully this, or hopefully if it is permanent, hopefully we get an update that ends up fixing this and making this better. Because I'm not sure if I want this to be the long-term experience for the PlayStation, for me at least. Because I play a lot of online games. Ooh. Yeah, I heard a lot about that. Samari, personally, I haven't ran into that since I don't have a lot of friends, but I know that people like... I watched the professionals video on the matter, the one that you sent to the group chat on Instagram. And I just gotta say, I'm just baffled that this is a thing, you know, for PlayStation, because to be honest, man, you know, this is really disappointing to me, because I think that, you know, the old way of doing things worked. There was nothing wrong with it. The brilliant genius here that decided to add this update to our console, I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know why they did it, or, you know, maybe they had an intended purpose, but whatever that purpose is does not outweigh the fact that you know, it's completely useless, it's bogus, and it makes no sense, you know. Blocked people, the whole reason of blocking them is so they can't bother you. That means they can't join your parties. That means that they can't talk to you. That means they cannot message you or bother you. And now they're able to join your parties, which kind of alleviates the purpose of blocking somebody. So let's say I want to block someone like this guy named Savage. Very annoying pest. I'd call him a pest. I think many people in my peer group would call him a pest. The thing is, right, now, if I have him blocked, he can completely join my party. So, not sure how I feel about that. You know? They also got rid of the privacy feature, which is something I completely forgot to bring up. You can't have a public or private party. So I'm not sure exactly how that's going to end up being. You know, I'm seeing a lot of my I'm going into my PlayStation now. Normally, at least every day, every hour of the day, there was at least 3 or 4 chat parties, at least, that I can join. Now, from today, I haven't seen any, man. So, you know, I'm not sure what they're going to end up doing. So, you know, it's whatever, really, but I hope that Sony finds a solution to either A, they take this away, or B, they fix this and update this and make it better. At least try to make it better. So, I mean, it is what it is right now, but fucking shit, dude. I have a lot of people blocked, so I don't know. I guess in other news about the matter, I don't really know. And I don't think that Sony has released another public statement upon the matter, so I guess we're going to have to sit back and wait for Sony to release a official or public statement about what they're going to do in spite of this. As you know, especially during this, you know, bullshit pandemic that's going around, COVID-19. It's irrelevant, but yet it's so relevant because, you know, it's only relevant because it's an election year, and I can go into that, but you know, that's off topic. But during this time, right, where there's this pandemic, a lot of people are staying indoors and playing their games and whatever. So for them to release this is just ludicrous. It's ludicrous for a number of reasons that I've already went over. You know, my life solution to things is, if it's broke, don't fix it. You see, that's the situation, Zamari. When people do these stupid ideas like this, and this is stupid, right? Because then you get the case of, well, how can you verify that that's my voice being recorded? You know, it could be someone that sounds like you. It could be someone's mic that sounds like your mic, or it could be your mic sounds pretty bad, so you sound like someone else. How can they verify that that's really your voice? You know. That's a potential problem. Also, you know, with booters, I don't think, I mean, yeah, if they're gonna boot you, they might say that they're gonna boot you, but remember, Samari, you can only record it and send it if it's for PlayStation 5. So if that were the case, then, you know, then the whole feature of that being added to the console is completely irrelevant. It's useless. So it's either A, Sony's really listening in on our conversations for us out here in the PS4, or B, the PS4 is completely out of the question. It doesn't involve the PS4. It only involves the PS4 when the PS5 comes out, and the PS5 users can now record our voice. So that would probably mean there's going to be cross compatibility with the PS4 and PS5. So I'm not sure how that's going to be. And if that's the case, will they change the user agreements for the PS5? Because that's a big feature right there, to be able to record a chat, you know, without needing to share play or broadcast. So they might have more user agreements, hopefully. Hopefully the situation is, when the PS5 gets launched, hopefully that there is a feature that, you know, because remember, there's going to be accountability, because you're going to be accountable for the things that you say, right? So hopefully that, you know, when it gets released, there's going to be more user agreements for the PS4 saying that you consent to that, because I don't consent to my voice being recorded and being practically used against me. And I say a lot of offensive shit too. So I'm not sure how comfortable I feel with that. Especially with people like Carr, right, Zamari? Where I can't talk about any political issues without offending him. Or someone like Matrix, right? Where he's easily offended and he gets a pretty big temper, and I can piss him off pretty good. And he pisses me off pretty good, so... And he says he's getting the PS5 at launch, man. So fucking, I'm not sure, man. You know, he can go back and try to do whatever he's, you know, plans on doing or whatever. But fucking, you know, idiots and assholes like that, you know, what's going to stop them from abusing features like that? I'm sure that Sony's going to be flooded with complaints by the time PS5 gets launched. Because, you know, it's going to be a disaster, because they're going to be flooded with complaints about people abusing the feature they won, man. You know, because remember, it's going to be cross-compatible with PS4, so the people from PS4 will be able to talk to, it seems like, or interact with the people on PS5. So when that's a feature, I'm sure that there's enough assholes out there in the world that say offensive shit, such as myself and others, that those people that get easily offended are going to end up recording their voice, getting pissed off, getting triggered, getting offended, the whole 9 yards. I'm sure there are going to be a number of complaints, not even from my country, but from other countries alike. So I'm not sure how Sony is going to handle that. My solution to the problem is, like I said, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. So the old system worked, there was nothing wrong with it, and there was nothing wrong with play together, so, or the invite third party, basically. there was nothing wrong with these features, and the whole making a party private or public. I'm not sure if you can reduce the party size anymore. I guess it's dependent on how big your chat room is. I think I'm not fully sure. I haven't really done the research for myself yet because I haven't been in many parties. Actually, let me kind of check this out real fast, actually, for myself, actually, because I don't want to talk out my ass, So, I'm gonna go ahead and make a party. Party settings. Huh. Okay. Okay, yeah, so I agree, Zamari, 100%. But, yeah, so I checked it out. You cannot adjust the amount of people in your party. And to invite them, you have to invite them into your chat group. Into your messaging chat group. That's completely retarded. That means that if I want to be in a party by myself because I like the way the audio sounds in a party by myself, I have to create a group chat with myself in it practically. Okay, has anyone ever brought that up? Let's think here. Let's really brainstorm about all the retarded things that come with this. If, let's say, you guys have a friend that's online that you guys really want to talk to, now you have to add him to a party chat. Or let's say this, those annoying ass motherfuckers who invite 1 million people to a group chat, and 90% of them end up leaving. Now they can spam you party invites now. Think about that for a second, right? Or you have people that play Fortnite that invite you to these Fortnite group chats that you don't even associate with, but yet they invite you to them, and now they can spam you party invites. And let's say you have them blocked, it still doesn't make a difference so long as you're in the group chat, at least. I wouldn't think. So I'm not sure what they're going to end up doing here. Like I said, I think that this update is a disaster for a number of reasons, and well, those are a few of them. Apart from what they need to fix, they don't fix. Like for instance, right? Back in the day, man, SharePlay, it's a pretty laggy experience. In my opinion, they need to improve the feature. Well, yeah, it's a big public fuck up, man. They completely fucked up. They had one job, and that was to make the PlayStation an enjoyable experience for everybody. And now they've completely made it retarded. So I myself am unsure of my stance on the issue is pretty clear. I like the original system far better than what's currently the thing, right? The current update, the current set of the game, the console. So, I mean, it is what it is, and I guess you're gonna have to put up with it until Sony ends up, fixing the issue. I hope they fix the issue. I hope this doesn't go undermined. Because, like I said, man, Sony it's one of those things I don't really think they truly listen to the fans unless they get a lot of complaints and issues. And I don't think a lot of those issues and complaints are going to really start popping up until the PS5 launch, you know, the launch day. And here's another thing, another reason I'm not going to buy the PlayStation 5 on launch. I think, I don't know, man, you know, it may have a laggy launch, you know. The errors and stuff are, you know, they are what they are, you know, so you're going to get a lot of error codes, I think. Yeah, I do too. I do too. I hope that they do revert back to their old process. They delete whatever cancer that this one is and go back to what they used to do. Because that system worked. You know, it's a proven system because it's been done for how many years now, and they're going to revert to this. They're going to move forward to this. Like, what is this? We've never experienced this system, this way of chat party, right? We never experienced this before, and so already the problems have already been made pretty damn clear. What needs to be fixed, and that is you have to be in a group chat to invite people to a party chat. What? That's just so redundant. Like, there's no. What's the reasoning behind that? You know, do they even have a motive behind that? Do they have a reason behind that? And if so, is it a valid reason? And if so, can it be proven that the other way around? If can they just explain why the old system did not, why they wanted to change it? Because I don't think that they have released a public statement saying why they're changing it. I think that this is just out of the blue. So they need to release, you know what, maybe they need to make it optional depending on certain play, or they need to do a hybrid version of it or something. I wouldn't say it defeats the purpose. It you know what I say it does? I say it makes chat part or your friends list less relevant. But it kind of defeats the purpose, kind of does. It defeats the purpose of inviting people from your friends list into a party. You know, because you guys still have game chat. But then again, that means they're sharing it with people in game chat. Now, luckily there are some games where you can disable or mute people in the game chat that aren't on your friends list. So that's a feature too, just to be, you know, just to consider. But, you know, where chat parties are predominantly about chatting, they have that, and that's primarily why people join chat parties, you know, to talk to their friends on the mic. Also, you know, there are several, in my lifetime at least, I've had several application errors where it errors me out of my application, and still, you know, I think they need to fix core problems like that, you know. Sometimes, you know, sometimes I'll have trouble loading up my messaging, you know, my messaging boards. You know, I have all my group chats and stuff like that. Sometimes I'll try to take a screenshot and send it to my friends, and then all of a sudden, it has this infinite load time, and it says error at the end of like 30 minutes, basically, of just waiting. So they need to fix that, you know, stuff like that. It's so, you know, it's so bad. They need to fix stuff like that, not key component features that are part of PlayStation. There's no reason to when they have other problems and other flaws. You know, it's like, you know, I don't know, man. The way that they're handling the issue, it's so bad, because when they could be, like I said, when they could be fixing features that need to be fixed, they go ahead and they update a feature that did not need fixing. They tried to fix something that was already good. Actually, you know, when they updated a party chat, at least it did something to the party chat, like, you know, when they made it 16-player party chats, that was a big feature. You know, some updates were better than others, obviously, and this just has to be, at least in my top 1 or top 2 worst items, or worst updates. You know, it has to be. It's just so bad. It's way too bad. you know. So I don't know, man. Maybe, like I said, I might start a petition on the I think a lot of people should start a petition, or at least one big petition should be started for them to revert back to the old method of chat parties, because it worked. This is completely unproven. I don't know if any console, at least not today, that does this at all. So it's not been proven. So it's a new method of doing things, and so, you know, it's unproven. It's not factually shown that this is the proper way of doing things at all. And now, obviously, this is more or less opinion based, but in my opinion, the old way of doing things was easy and user friendly and just so much better. I even wonder if appearing offline, if you were to join a chat party, will people get the notification that you're there? Like, will that still happen? Small, minor stuff like that. I wonder if that stuff gets affected or not, but in my opinion, it would be pretty retarded if it does, or if it doesn't. Like, stuff like that, you know? Like, I don't know, will this be the new, will they stick to it, or will they try to change it back to normal? Like what's up? What's Sony gonna do? And, you know, to be honest, I truly don't know. But that's all I gotta say for now. But, you know, apart from that, you know, I hope you guys end up getting your thoughts and opinions out there. Like I said, I just think we should petition Sony to make this normal, you know, to make the PlayStation a normal console again. You know, I apologize for my previous video, you know, because I thought that Sony was listening in on my conversations and stuff, and I am really against that. But now even when that's, you know what? I'll be honest. I really don't think that Sony is being, you know, truly honest with that. To be honest with you guys, because they're a private company. You know, because listen, Sony already does fuck shit to us. So let's have a conversation. You know, your console that you paid $400 for, you know that's not your property. That's property of Sony. The games you buy in the PlayStation Store, that's property of Sony. So at any time, they can just take that from you at any time. No matter if you buy PlayStation Plus, it doesn't matter. It's totally against the customer, and I think that Sony needs to get it straight that, you know, the reason they're a company is because of customers. So if they don't have their customer appreciation, they need to get their heads examined. And the whole, well, if you don't like it, don't, you know, or, how do I want to word this? If you don't like it, do something else. That's the problem. The only other thing is Xbox, and I really hate the Xbox for a number of reasons. And PC. And the problem with PC is that there are so many more errors and game crashes and bugs in a PC than there is in a console. And that's for a number of reasons. Especially if you're trying to, you know, there's a lot more piracy going on there in the PC realm. You know, sometimes if you don't have the proper software, you can't play certain games. You know, so it depends on how you look at it. And personally, to me, the console is simple and user friendly. And personally, I prefer the console. I prefer the controller. I personally do not like mouse and keyboard. So that's just me, though, and I've tried it for a long time, but personally, for me, the console's where it's at, you know. So to try something else is pretty much like saying, hey, you know, to vegetarians, oh, I don't like the way vegetables taste, but I don't like the idea of killing animals. Well, try something else. But there is nothing else, because the only other thing besides vegetables is fruit and, you know, Okay, well try that. It's like, okay, but I already do. It's like, okay, the only other thing on Earth is meat besides vegetables and fucking fruit. So deal with it, you know. Then again, you know, or it'd be like saying, you know, I don't like the idea of polluting the air. Okay, well try, eventually you're gonna get those people that are like, well then try the electric cars. Well, the electric cars have a number of problems. They, you know, you need to charge them constantly, and their battery life is either short or decent, you know, and there's a number of issues, right? But then again, you know, whatever, right? Try something else. Then, you know, you get the people like me that are like, well, fuck that, because there are pros and cons to everything. So for them just to say, if you don't like it, try something else, it's irrelevant, because the only other thing else is the Xbox and the PC. Look, man, if there's that smart ass out there that says try the Wii, man, they can go fuck themselves, man. I'm not the Wii. Like, what? Like, look, man, you know, obviously I'm not a Nintendo DS person. I know the Nintendo DS is a, you know, big thing. Nintendo's a big thing, right? It's a big part of gaming, you know, it's a company. But look, man, you know, when you think about it, the only two real consoles that are a thing are the Xbox and PlayStation. Those are the only two real consoles you can play. The Nintendo's too experimental. I don't like that. You know, they used to not be. They used to be the N64 and stuff like that, where it used to be real consoles, and now it's just like the DS. It flips open, and you got a screen and then controller on one end. Like who gives a fuck? And then I have the stupid ass Nintendo Switch. Now you can have two controller things. Like, what? Nobody gives a fuck. That's gimmicky. They're too gimmicky. Okay, I'm not into that anymore at all. Maybe a child may be interested, but I'm not a child, you know? So, I don't know. To try something else is irrelevant. Also, you know, the friends list problem, right? Where it's having trouble to load. That's an issue they need to now fix. If it's anything this update's done, is it's created more bad than it has good. You know, I think that's all I gotta say about it for now. I'm probably just gonna keep playing Borderlands. I'm gonna try to get a chat party with my friends. At least I'm gonna try it. Try getting them into a chat party. We can talk about this collectively speaking. Zamari, I would like to invite you to the party, so hopefully you get on soon. Personally, I'm disappointed in Sony. I think that they could have handled this a lot differently. And how they could have done that? They could have not even done it at all. Sometimes the worst problems come from trying to solve something that isn't already broken. It only creates more problems. So, anyway, that's all I gotta say about it for right now. Like I said, until they release any public statements or, you know, public responses to their, hopefully, people criticize them. Hopefully these critiques get out there so that we can, yeah, so Sony can fix the issue, hopefully. So, you know, whenever that is, we don't know. But and only time will tell until this update gets fixed, until Sony releases an official statement. So until that happens, I guess I'll keep you guys posted until any new information gets out. So, you know, that's my speculation on the matter of that. And also, I recommend watching the professional's videos on the matter. He's you know, he's predominantly a GTA YouTuber, but at the same time, he has videos on the matter of the new PlayStation update, and so I think he expresses a lot of good points and arguments to this. So I recommend watching that if you're interested in that. Yeah.